You're watching Garage TV, that unexplainable passion for motoring. Garage TV HD.
So viewers, today we have this, the new Mini. It's basically a convertible, but it actually isn't. This is actually called, as you can see, a Roadster. It's got a drop top. It's very beautiful to look at. I've actually been driving this all day and I can't get away from it. I think I'm actually falling a little bit in love. Another crazy thing it's got is these 17-inch wheels. Actually, they're an optional extra, but as you can see, they're worth the option. They're worth a little bit of money right there, because 17-inch is actually an inch bigger than the other ones, and they give you a lot better grip. And grip is always a better thing with these small cars. That's partly why I love these cars, because you can have as much fun as with a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, but with a smile on your face. You just go out and have fun and you're never breaking the law. So with the wing, well, you sort of have to have some punch to it. That's where the Mini comes in. The sport model actually comes with a turbo now. Back in the old days, you had a supercharger which actually pumped the power up to 160 horsepower. With this little turbocharger though, you get 181. And just to make sure that this car is not all German, they went to France for the engine and they actually made an entirely new model from it. It's actually a very beautiful engine. It's actually a little bit covered up so you don't see the craziness behind it, but they did one thing. The turbo is down here where you can actually see it. And you want to see the turbo because, come on, let's face it, you have a turbo. And even though it's a compact engine, the 181 horsepower packs a punch. I've actually been driving this all morning and I was coming through I-75 this morning, pushing, let's just say 70, just to be on the low side. And I got a little bit, turbo noise on that. And, well, I like it. So, I love it. I mean, just enjoy it. Basically, not just this car, but Mini in general, because this has to come from a long line of basic cars that sort of, struck out and became an icon. So let's talk about 1959 in Britain. Back then, Morris Minor Morris was making cars and then they came out with the Morris Minor. The Morris Minor was sort of a big, ugly little car. So they came out with a Morris Mini Minor, which actually became the icon of today. It became the Mini Cooper, Mini Cooper S, which actually won a rally in Finland and was in one of my favorite races in the world, British touring car racing. And this actually brings out a lot of history in this car because as they sort of got bigger and safer due to, safety regulations, they tried and keep that little fun of it inside. And fun is always a good key to keep a small hatchback, Roadster and everything. So basically, this, to become a Roadster, they, stiffened up the suspension. They made it a little heavier because, you need strengthening bars because, well, the front end and the back end are held in by a little piece of plastic down here. Some of the few things I actually noticed about this car, the details, the way they sort of struck out is, well, this. It's a 6-speed. In the olden days, you got the 5-speed. When I say the olden days, 2001, 2002. Then you became a 6-speed freak because of fuel economy and stuff like that. they went crazy and they put 6 gears. And I don't mind that because with this engine, 6 gears is actually pretty fine. But as we can see down here, all the dials are basically the same as in the old one. They do change a little bit right here in the air conditioning unit, but because you really like them, I mean, they sort of feel properly made because over here, this was made by the Germans. The Germans have common sense and they created something amazing. While the Brits get to design 30% of this car, they still get some German common sense, and well, that's basically some of the greatest things about this car. Also, we have a CD player, and my favorite thing about it is that it says Mini Boost CD. But aside from that, it's a great car. You do get a feel unlike in the 500. Over here, you do have a feel every time you turn the steering wheel. You actually can look at the revs here, and they don't lie to you like a cheap Italian, like usually. So it does have that British common sense in here, and you know, I do like it. And yes, the Brits do have a little bit of common sense, not just fun and games. So just for that, would be one of the cars to get. I love it. So this is Sebastian Benzoni. Thanks for watching.
You're watching Garage TV, that unexplainable passion for motoring.